Steps to Achieving Your Family Goals with Sheree Vejan. I am Sheree Vejan, published author of over 11 books and journals, co founder of the Goal Setters Club, certified coach, trainer, and speaker with the John C. Maxwell team, mom of 3 adult children, and wife of over 31 years, soon to be 32. Make sure as you are logging on or watching, if you're watching the replay, make sure you have your 2023 goals journal. If you purchase this course as a separate course, then you will have the workbook that says 7 simple steps to achieving your career goals. All right, make sure you have your pen, your paper, and then also there is a separate attachment for your vision board planner if you want to just work on your family goals vision board. There is a quote that says, as the first community and authority which a person learns to live with, the family establishes society's most basic values. Meaning, if we have a complaint about how the world is today, if we have a complaint about how things are, if we have a complaint about our society, if we have a complaint about our community, then somewhere we are at fault because the people in the community are members of our family. And so we have an opportunity to make a difference. We have an opportunity to make a change. Building a business takes dedication, hard work, commitment, early mornings, and sleepless nights. And so does building a family. So this month we are focused on our family goals throughout the year. If you've been part of the monthly series, each month we focus on one goal category. We started off in January with our health and fitness. We built upon that throughout the year, added the relationship goal component, added our finances, worked on our home, took some time for self-care, had some fun, worked on our personal development, practiced and worked on our career and our resumes. And now we are in the month of September working on our family goals. So for the intro, I am going to read from the book on page 158. It is an understatement to say that today's family is busy. Individual members spend most of their time working, going to school, and engaging in extracurricular activities. Unfortunately, most of these responsibilities and pursuits seem to constantly compete with the family's space time, which leaves little room to focus on goals as a unit. When I first published the Goals Journal, my girls were in elementary school. My son had just moved out and started living independently. And so if you asked me then, I would have told you I was an expert at family goal setting and achieving. We had our family meetings, we had our family dinners, we had our fun Friday family nights, and we tried to purposely spend quality time with each other and support each other's goals and dreams. I was determined to stay involved because of how I grew up without my sisters, without my family. And so, but as soon as my girls graduated from high school, they began working and developing their own relationships, their own friendships, their own friends in college, their own work relationships. And so the family dynamic begins to change. So a lot of parents, you have toddlers, you're involved in school programs and track and field, and you're a part of all these Read Across America and the PTA. But one day, you will get into the empty nester. You will get into parenting kids that are in college that are making their own decisions. Your kids will get married, and then so you're still family, but the family dynamic changes. And so as those things shift, your goals are going to shift. Your family goals are going to shift. And so now Thanksgiving and Christmas start to represent the rare opportunities that the entire family gets together, because now people feel obligated. Oh, I need to see my mom. It's Thanksgiving. And they probably haven't seen you the whole year, or I got to go drop by my mom and my dad's on Christmas. So the holidays now become those important things. But do not let the holiday, the wedding of the year, your uncle's funeral be the only time that people see you and say, oh, I haven't seen you in 15 years. Like, it shouldn't take a funeral for people to get together and exchange numbers. So maybe you're single, maybe your family is far away, maybe split up. Do not let this stop you from setting goals in this area. You get to establish what types of relationships you want to have with not just your parents, but your in-laws, your aunts, your uncles, your nieces, your nephews. Consider also supporting them by asking them what their goals are and maybe serving as the family coach. All right, in your goals journal, there are some quotes. There is, and if you're in the, if you have the course, there is a worksheet with the family quotes on there that you can print out, you can cut out, you can put on your vision board. You can create your own quotes. So in the goals journal, we have a 7-step method, which is, I believe, you can use that as a foundation to set and achieve any goal you set for yourself. And the first step is to write it down, and then to use the SMART goal method, and then to balance it out, and then to research it, and then to have your affirmations, and to visualize it, to create routines, and then to celebrate your success. And so these steps are weaved throughout the goals journal. We have 12 categories and we have 7 steps. Right? So grab your journals. Step 1 is to write. So we talked about writing out your goals. What is your number one family goal? And then write that out in a SMART. We're using that SMART system. So if one of your, say your number one goal is to have Christmas dinner every year with your family. Okay, it's specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's realistic, and it has a time. So maybe that's your main thing. I'm going to be the Thanksgiving house. I'm going to be the Christmas house. And so you want to start writing that down. Based on your ideal life, what family goals do you need to set in place to create that life you want to live? And so in the beginning of your journal, you wrote out what your ideal life is, what your daily life will look like. And based on mine, my ideal life is to have financial freedom. And in order to accomplish that, I must create genuine friendships within our family dynamic in order to gain support from each family member. I believe that my particular family dynamic and how it's set up, we're entrepreneurs, we're talented, we have many gifts. A lot of us can do a lot of things that people pay for in business. So for us not to take advantage of that and to try to build a friendship with each other. It's just like the Jacksons, they all could sing, they all were talented. The dad took over as the manager and they created that financial freedom for themselves. They created legacy, they created history. So I believe we have a similar dynamic within our family when it comes to business. And so our goal is to make sure that everybody's, on track with their goals and that they understand their gifts and their talents. So here are some sample goals to consider if you don't have any, starting a family blog, having a family camping trip, creating a family book club, celebrating milestones with a yearly anniversary celebration. Some people have family reunions, having a family garden, having a family vision board workshop. We have a vision board workshop every year. Taking a family walk, maybe creating a family exercise plan and going to the gym on a certain day. So you can create family goals that incorporate you and your family. And you can you can write down your number one goal, why it's important, the one obstacle that could keep you from reaching that goal, the one skill you need, the one person that can help you reach that goal, and then your plan of action. And so we talked about balancing out your family goals. So yeah, your family goal might be to have Christmas dinner every year, but then what about your family finances? What about your family wills and trust and life insurance, family businesses? What about family travel, family health? So just making sure that you're balancing out your family goals and not just focused on, I don't know how focused how balanced the Jackson family was. I know they worked hard. And I'm sure, you watch the movies and you hear the stories, but I would hope that they had some balance in their life. They said they gave up their childhood. And so in this case, if you're a family business, make sure you're taking time out for family self-care. Make sure the family is eating healthy. Make sure, you have your things in place. So balance. And then step 3, research. What magazines, podcasts, books, people, coaches you need in your life to have a family that you are looking forward to. So maybe a family counselor, maybe a family therapist, maybe there's Focus on the Family that has a lot of resources and books and interviews and things like that. So find what books and magazine can support you, what media resources. Maybe there's some apps. When my girls were younger, we used the Kazi app because it was Jasmine had a whole schedule with basketball and track, and Kennedy had a whole schedule, and she was a part of the choir. And then my husband had a whole schedule. I mean, we all had different schedules. And so that app helped us. Now you have the Google Calendar, but what apps do you need to help you stay, up to date with all of the events that happen within the household dynamic? And then here are some of my favorite books. How to Develop Your Family Mission Statement. It's a very short book. I don't know if it's available as a book now. You might be able to get it as a Kindle or like a PDF download. My Family Record Book, a good book to keep your, if something happens, you don't want to be scrambling trying to find your documents, but having a book inside of the home with everything in it, your titles to the car, your wills, your financial plans, your credit card statement. So when things happen, you have a place to go to. The 5 Love Languages, really good book by Gary Chapman. And then the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Families, which is our book of the month for this month. Step 4, creating affirmations. Say it till you believe it, do it till you see it, and sow it until you reap it. And so creating affirmations based on the goals you set for your family. I don't have an affirmation at this time, but we did have a family mission statement. Again, when my kids were younger, now they should have their own or be thinking about their own family mission statement as they start to build their family. But mine was, our mission is to serve God, serve our church, and serve the community in which we live, to honor, respect, and support each other, to be good stewards of our time, finances, and friendships, to always continue to learn, to always love one another by our actions, deeds, and thoughts, to always listen to each other, and to our best ability be God's reflection of what family should look like. My family is by my side through thick and thin. We rise above all challenges because we stick together in both good times and bad. And so that's just an example how you can write your affirmations. And maybe things aren't going well at this time with your family. Maybe the relationships are shifting. And so it's a good time to read those affirmations and revisit them. And if you're not reflecting what those affirmations are, and then you have an opportunity to change it. Okay, step 5, visualize. Having a vision of what you want your family to look like. And so putting these things visually so you can see it. If you want to volunteer as a family, if you want to get a family house, if you want to do family trips, if you want to have family dinners, if you want to have family vacations, you can put together a vision board that reflects that. So every time you walk past it, you go, oh, wait a minute, we need to have that family garden. So, having a vision board that reflects that. And then step 6, creating routines. And so based on the goals that you set for yourself, in your goals journal where it says create routines, you have a space to create routines for the daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. And so some ideas: Celebration Sunday, which I'm really hoping to get off the ground this month. Having dinner with your family at your home, creating that. I know back in the day, Sunday dinner was a big deal. After church, grandmother would make some fish inside of that cast iron skillet and some collard greens and cornbread. As we started getting older, people started going out to restaurants on Sundays because they didn't want to cook and they were dressed up. So creating those family traditions, having family night Fridays where maybe you're doing karaoke or a movie night, planning family vacations once a year. We talked about having a family vision board party once a year. a family workout day. So there's all types of routines that you could create to keep you on track. All right. And I believe we talked about visualize earlier. And then celebrate. Step 7, celebrate your success. When you have accomplished your goals, when you hit a milestone, make sure that you are celebrating your success. And here are some of my quick tips. Take and review each family member's personality test. So I believe if your kids are about maybe 15 or older, 14, having them take the DISC assessment really gives you an idea of who you're working with inside of your family. Also, the 5 love languages. This is a good book too, the 5 love languages of your family. Sitting down with your family and discussing, either if they're not old enough, the parents taking control over how you want your family to be. Maybe you want to sit down and say, hey, as a family, we're going to be respectful. As a family, we're going to serve our community. As a family, we're going to donate, this and that. So get together what you want your mission to be, and then write it out and then post it up so everybody can see it. Keep a picture of the family you want to be. Here, these are some of the family shows that I grew up watching the Cosby Show, watching Roseanne Barr, and then watching, I think it was The Family. I forgot the name of the show, but they all were different. They all had different family dynamics. They all created an energy. They all created, when we watched the show, we knew what to expect. And so having a vision of what you want your family to look like, the energy you want to bring, is a good place to start. And then don't forget to visit the Goal Setters Club and download the app. If you're taking any courses, if you purchase this course separately, go ahead and visit the app, and you can download everything directly from the app and watch the videos, and everything's available to you. And do not forget to visit the Goal Setters Club. Join our membership program. It's a monthly membership program. You have access to a lot of courses. All right. Well, you guys have an awesome day, and I will see you next month.